Hi paper lovers, it's Sarah, and today I decided I wanted to give an updated tour of my craft room. Okay, so behind my door I store home decor holiday items that I've made using my Cricut, and right next to that I have this flower rack that I store all my paper flowers on. Right up there on the wall I've hung some cards from my crafty friends. Below that I have this rack that I purchased at Circuit City when they went out of business. And then below that I have some more cards from my crafty friends. I love the crafting community. Below that I have some Jetmax cubes. And I want to show you this. This frame right here, my crafty friend Julie from Ready Set Stamp made me for my birthday. And I have a picture of, that's me, and that's Joanna at CHA. At the time Joanna was on the Scrappy Moms design team with me, and some of us got to go and we had such a great time, and she's such a sweet girl. And we took, you can't really see it, but we have those mustaches on, so we took a picture in a little booth. In this top one I just have chipboard albums and some Tim Holtz stuff. And then in these, this is how I store my ribbon. And these dividers you can purchase at Michael's. They go with their Jetmax cubes. I keep my ribbon on the spool, and I just keep them in these little dividers. I try to separate them by color as best as I can. And these have my smaller ones, and then in the back are holiday ribbon. In this drawer I have spring and summer embellishments in paper. In this drawer I have fall and Halloween embellishments in paper. And in this bottom drawer I have Christmas embellishments. This sign here my best friend Jennifer made me to go along in my room. And these two shelves I now store or display cards that I've made that I really like, that I can't part with. So I have them out where I can see them. And on this shelf here, that altered purse right there with the owl on it, Julie made for me. And then that little owl stamp right there. Joe, Paper Drama, sent that to me a while back with some goodies. And these are more cards from Crafty Friends. And let's see, right here is my, let me see if I can back up, my Making Memories Embellishment Center. And this little corner of my craft room, my 5-year-old has taken over. So this is where he crafts while I'm in here sometimes. And this shelf under the window, I have more cards that my wonderful crafty friends have sent me, and that adorable birdhouse that Julie covered. Okay, so in front of that bookshelf I have this table that I got at IKEA, and it has become like my cutting center. I used to keep my Cricut on my craft table with me because I use it so much, but I just found that my table was becoming crowded, so I decided to split my tables up and put my machines on one. So I have my E2 right here. Here's my Cricut Imagine. This is a picture of me and my husband a while ago when we were on vacation. In that book right there, I keep all my Imagine notes. This top shelf here, I just have some pictures and also cards that I've made. This is how I store my border punches right now. These wire baskets I got at Target a long time ago, and I just have my my Fiskars and EK Success punches in there. These are my Martha Stewart punches. In this basket, this is all my Creative Time goodies. Here's my clear blocks for my stamps. These two pink wire baskets I got at Target a long time ago, dollar section, gotta love it. These are all of my clear stamps that are not my Creative Time or not Scrappy Moms. I just keep them in there. And this is how I store my Scrappy Moms stamps. In case you don't know, I am on the design team. When you purchase Scrappy Moms stamps, they come in this really cute packaging, but for the design team members, we get samples that are just in these plastic sheets. So I just kind of label them alphabetically with these little labels, and I just stick them to the top so I can just flip through by name. That's how I store those stamps. Okay, so below those two shelves, this is how I store my stickles. And I just get the little Velcro, either the squares or the circles from Michael's. Joann's has them too. Below that I just have a little pink board with some cards from Crafty Friends. And then this sign here, my crafty friend Momo. We miss you, Momo. She's not crafting for the past year, but for those who've been around on YouTube for a long time know Momo. She made that for me a while ago. And then on that one I have more crafty friend cards. And this is my picture of me and Emma. We met at CHA this year. Love Emma. Okay, let me back up. Below my Cuttlebug, I have some more Jetmax cubes. Let me get down a little bit. This is my white cardstock that I use for my Imagine. I use Basil cardstock, and in that pink tray, I put all my scraps. This drawer right now has cards that I've made in it. These two pink boxes from IKEA have, one of them is chipboard and the other one is just miscellaneous stuff. This drawer down here is, I design for a website called creekbaitcreations.com sometimes, and the owner, Julie, will send me stuff to use. So that's where I keep all that stuff. And this is where I listen to my music. In these cubes, or drawers, these are just those pre-made cards that I get at Michael's. This is how I store my Cuttlebug embossing folders. I don't have very many, so this really isn't necessary, but I was bored one day, so I made these little files, and then I just put the names of the embossing folder in each little file, and then my plates and stuff are back here. This drawer is just miscellaneous stuff. This one is cords. Here I have paper packs that are fall, Christmas, Halloween. And in that bottom drawer is my Christmas paper stacks. I'm going to try to get up. Okay. Below this little pink bulletin board, I have this little drawer thingy that I got at IKEA like a million years ago. I keep my embossing gun back there. Some embossing powders are in this drawer. My ink. Some perfect pearls, and then my dryer sheets. On top of that, I love this basket. This is where I keep new things that I've purchased. So right now it's got Halloween goodies in it. And I also keep, when I get the new samples of the Scrappy Mom stamps, I set them in here so I know that I have to make some stuff with those. And let's see, below that I have these drawers that I got at Walmart, and they are a little bit bigger than 8.5 by 11, and that's how I store my cardstock scraps, and I sort them by color. Okay, next to those white shelves, I have another case from IKEA, and let me move this way a little bit. In those top boxes right there, that very top one is where I keep my paper tray ink scraps. I keep those separate from my regular cardstock because they're thicker. And in that pink box below it, I just have miscellaneous stuff in there. Same with that shelf there. That basket right there, I keep card bases that are together with envelopes ready to go. These magazine folders right here that I got at IKEA have all my cardstock that I use. And I use Michael's, the Recollection brand, for my Cricut. It's always worked good for me. It's just, I love it. I don't have any problems with it. And I keep them together because they come in sets of like 4 or 5 different colors, and that's how I store them. I keep them together. So if I'm running low on one color, I know pretty much what the name of the collection is. So when I go back to Michael's, I can grab another pack. And then on this side here is my paper tray ink cardstock that I use for my card bases. I do use that for card bases because it's really thick. In that pink basket right there, I have some DCWV matte stacks. And then there's the 12 by 12 paper stacks that I use
My husband
took my closet doors off for me, and we hung this curtain that we got at Target, and I'm going to open up the curtain and show you what's behind it. Okay. So in my craft closet, I wanted a place where I could scrapbook because I like to stand up and scrapbook. So my husband installed this counter height countertop that he got at Home Depot, I believe. On the side here, my husband put a couple little shelves for me, and these little bins that I got at Michael's. I try to keep all my scrapbooking embellishments in here because this is where I scrapbook. So I have pretty much just things that I would use when I'm scrapping. This basket here are all my cards that I have on Etsy, and they're ready to go. This metal bin here has a bunch of pictures in it that I need to scrap. Here's where I keep my trimmer, and I keep this out all the time, and it's really easy to move out of the way if I need more room. On this side, I have another shelf with my Ott lamp. There's a picture of me and Tim Holtz. Met him at CHA. So fun. And there's a bucket of candy. And then I just have some miscellaneous stuff. This is the desk that I actually create at and film my videos at. Above it, I have these shelves here that I got at IKEA, and this is where I store my Cricut cartridges. On this shelf here, I've just got my baker's twine and I want to show you this. I have a separate video on my baker's twine, how I store it on these little tags. This little bowl is one of my favorite things in my craft room. It's full of paper butterflies. And what I do is when I have a scrap piece of pattern paper that's too small to do anything with, I use my Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and I just punch out little butterflies. And then when I mail a card, I try to take some of these and sprinkle them in the card so when the recipient opens it, little butterfly confetti will come out. In this basket here, I keep all my newest 6x6 paper packs. I just got this one at Michael's, and I absolutely love it. It's my Mind's Eye Sunny. I can't wait to use it. These drawers here, I keep my Gypsy right here, always at arm's length. This drawer has all my inks in it. This one's miscellaneous stuff that I grab a lot. And this one has different adhesives in it, liquid adhesive and glue dots. Here's where I keep my paper for when I'm stamping or using my glue on my little Cricut pieces and I need something to protect my mat. In this little coupon bin is where I keep the Cricut solution cartridges, the ones that don't have a case. Down here I have a little cork board square, and what I've done is I cut out some of these owl shapes from the Create a Critter cartridge, and this is where I keep little notes when I have something due for Scrappy Moms, like when we have our Terrific Tuesday challenge or when new stamps are coming out. I'll just write the date up there so I can keep track of it. And I have these little pink bins that I got in the dollar section at Target, and here I have my washi tape that I got at creekbaitcreations.com. And these are where I keep those little owls, and I keep a Sharpie right here. And these adorable little owl tissues that Julie sent me. In here is all my seam binding ribbon from Liz's Paper Loft, and this is where I keep my glue gun. And I really just keep it out because it's cute. I don't use it that often. Let's see, just some embellishments, a picture of me and my husband on our first anniversary. And there's my little Ott lamp. Here's my mats that I got at Michael's. They're the Recollection brand. This bin here, I just have cards that I've made, and I haven't decided if I'm going to list them on Etsy, send them, so I just have them there. And this is my go-to bag. Everything that I use all the time is in here. Thank you so much for watching a tour of my craft room. Have a blessed day.